channel. This is my first ever recreation of a celebrity makeup look. I am not a beauty guru. I am not a beauty YouTuber or an influencer or a makeup artist whatsoever. This is kind of just me waking up one day and deciding, hey, today is a good day to maybe get inspired. So the look that I'm doing is Ariana Grande's look from her music video, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored. So yeah, I feel like this definitely is a look for Valentine's Day as well. So, without further ado, here is the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is to make sure that we've got sunscreen on our faces so that we are protected. I just got Innisfree Sunscreen. Not my favorite, but I just have to go through it, so this is what's on hand at the moment. Next thing is we are going with a hydrating primer. So I'm all about hydration just because it's the best way to get your makeup on your face looking snatched AF. We're going with this Tarte Quenched Primer, just trying to make that makeup last all night long, you know. Ariana Grande's Break Up With Your Boyfriend makeup look I think is absolutely perfect for Valentine's Day. It's got that really muted pink tones, very light, very airy, girly. It's not too crazy, doesn't have that crazy smoky dark eye. It has a little bit of glitter for some pizzazz for that girl who likes to shine bright like a diamond. Right, so what I'm going to pull is ColorPop's My Little Pony Pressed Powder Shadow Palette. We're gonna go with Butterscotch right here. It's got that white tinge that gives you a really nice base. You know what? Before that, let's use MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I'm just using a concealer brush and kind of just going over it as a base, because we are using colors that isn't so aggressive, colors that is a little muted down, so we want to make sure that the color payoff doesn't get lost in translation when you're packing it on your skin. So once that's done, let's just grab a flat brush and just pack in the white all over the lid. With that, we're going to do a transition color with a fluffy brush. We're gonna grab this one right here from the same palette called Applejack, and we're just gonna go over the crease line. We're getting that definition in. I know that the music video was shot in a dark setting, mainly in parties and in clubs, which is why it looks kind of extra, but you could definitely eliminate some parts of the look to go out on a nice casual date night or even in the daytime. On top of that, we're going to use this pink first. It's got that corally shade. It looks a little effervescent in the light. We're just gonna pack that down here at the bottom corner lid. And we're gonna go outside of the corner of the eye because she does a crazy wing in her look, so that's just going to make your eyes look bigger. We can even flick it out a little bit to create the suggestion of a winged look. We're gonna emphasize that later with the black liner, but for now this is it. Once that's done, we're gonna go with Applejack here. And that is gonna be the transition color that goes all over the top of the lid. Whoa, this payoff is making it look kind of crazy. Every now and then I like to pull my finger across. We're gonna go back with a muted color. This one out here called Bluebell. We're gonna use that to kind of mute what's going on here. That is serving as a highlight on our brow bone. We're gonna pull that in here in the corners of the eye because the corners of the eye is where it is the most glammed up. Next, we're going to go with a darker color, a brownish color, just so that we can create that hooded suggestion. I do have hooded lids, but they're not as obvious as Ariana, so we're gonna like create a little bit of a brownish line here. I'm gonna go with this Canmake eyeshadow in 03 here. Actually, I want to use this because it's a little more precise. It kind of comes with the packet. We're gonna use that to line the lids. Ugh. When you're looking above, down below, because you've put your mirror at an angle below, you can more or less see your eye socket. I'm not actually using my actual hooded lids to create this look. I'm creating a new hooded line above my actual hooded line so that it looks like I have a larger surface area to work with for my makeup. Because we Asians, there's not much distance between our lash line and our fold. Like Ariana likes to do this in her music videos, and so this is exactly why I made it look like this. Next up, we are going to line the lash line and give a cat eye for ourselves. Staying as close to the lash line as possible. Now comes the difficult bit. Black liner. I hope I don't mess up. Again, just trying to make it as close to the lash line as possible because the real shape happens at the very end. Her flick is very prominent. It's like a Nike tick. How do I do this? I'm gonna start from the base a little bit. Follow it through. Oh, that's not too bad, hey? So we're actually going to deepen the look even more with a bit more paint. Going back with my Canmake eyeshadow, we're gonna go with this color. Pat that out here, kind of the outer corner, just below the brown line that we've established earlier. Kind of pull it out here at the front too. Brush out the residue away with a clean brush. She's got a lot of shine going on inside, but before we try and make a precise line, which it seems like what she has on her eye, we're just gonna go with this eyeshadow. It's Sephora's standalone eyeshadows that they sell. This is in the color Twinkle Twinkle. We're gonna go with a flat angled brush. We're gonna pat that into the corner of our eyes to add in luminosity inside. See the difference? Ooh. Okay, what we're gonna do right now is kind of use the shape of the brush to create that line. We're gonna create that, I guess, like a inner cut crease. Guys, this is super informal. I actually did not prepare this look. I didn't plan it, like I said. I kind of just woke up and decided to do it with whatever I have in my vanity. I know the best product that you could use to create a really snatched, high quality, easy to work with glitter liquid would be the Stila, but I don't have that. Instead, I have this from the drugstore. I don't even remember where this is from, but you can definitely buy it at Watson's or like Priceline. Draw a line. Is there a difference? I don't think there's a difference. Maybe you actually need the Stila for this look. This look kind of fails if this part isn't done right. Oh no. I'm gonna go super extra. I've got some cosmetic glitter and I'm gonna use that to layer on top of glitter liquid that I just put on my eye. Hopefully that could serve as a glue. I'm using this brush that can be very, very precise. Yo, there's like no difference. Oh yay, okay, there we go. Woo! Oh my god, this shit's crazy! That is exactly what she has in the music video. Yo, but there's a lot of fallout here, so it's a good thing we didn't put the foundation before doing the eye makeup. I'm still not happy with the pink, so we're gonna keep going. I'm just using the viewfinder, guys. Bear with me, I'm not a professional. Blending that out with a clean, fluffy brush. Yes, yes. Go back with the white a little bit. We're just gonna keep going back and forth, back and forth. Grabbing some makeup wipes, we are getting rid of the fallout. You know what? This is the best I can do. Before we put anything underneath the eyes for eyeshadow, we want to try and put in the concealer before. So I'm using Becca's Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This does wonders for your under eye. Without the concealer, you can see that there is a difference between the two. This is definitely brighter now, and it's easier to put on your concealer because it color corrects the bags underneath your eyes. Once that's done, we want to place concealer underneath our eyes. So I'm using Fenty's concealer that just launched a few months ago. It's the Pro Filter in 145. I like to mix it with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Light Beige. This one can cover up my pimples and everything around, but the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter, I deliberately bought a color that is way lighter. I tend to use it for highlighting on my face. The difference. I think I want this part brighter because that's definitely what Ari has. It's definitely airbrushed to perfection. I'm gonna try and achieve that look by using a lighter shade concealer. She has that really bronzed goddess look. So even though my shade is probably closer to this color, I'm gonna go in with a darker shade at the side. We're gonna bronze with the BB cushion, and this is the Innisfree BB cushion. I kind of just bought like a refill packet. I thought I was gonna get really tanned when I went to Australia, but I hardly went to the beach at all, so that didn't happen. But this is really good for that look. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation, and this is in the shade 115. Just putting that mainly in the center of my face because I know that I'm going to be using the darker shade at the outer corner of my face. I am just gonna, wow, look at the difference. Just pat that on the outside of my face. We're gonna put that underneath our jawline to give it a more defined, chiseled look as well. And with the sponge, dabbing away. Whatever's left on your sponge, you kind of just go over your lips. I've got the Innisfree translucent powder. It's the white one, so it goes with any skin tone, and we're just gonna set that in. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. This is the e.l.f. blush brush, and we're gonna go underneath the eyes because we did put a lot of concealer down there just to brighten up this look. We're gonna go with the same Canmake eyeshadow with this light brown. I'm gonna go underneath this. It seems as though her lower lash line is not lined, but it is defined by a darker shadow. We're gonna go with the same Canmake eyeshadow with the darkest color at the outer lash line. Really concentrating it out here where the wing starts so that it gives the illusion of larger eyes, as opposed to focusing it out here in the corner. We want to just like put little to none there because we've already put in the base color, so we don't need the darker color down there. Okay, I know I look a little crazy, and that's partly because I haven't done my eyebrows yet, so let's go with the bronzer, which is everybody's favorite, the Benefit Hoola bronzer. And I'm just trying to graft out that line and then flick it up. Never flicking it down, always flicking it up to create the illusion of higher cheekbone. And make sure that it's below the jawline, not necessarily along it, below it. So that's creating the shadow underneath your jawline for that sharper side profile. Ari's nose is very defined. Mine is a little blub, especially at the very tip. So we're just going to try and lift up my nose. Wow, the lighting is so good. Thank you, Mother Nature. Did you hear that? The bird agreed. I'm looking at another photo from a different angle of Ari, and it seems as though she really does have like a curved flick. We're gonna go with the same bronzer since I'm already using it now. We're just gonna flick it out here. After this is done with that small brush, I tend to like to go over it with the brush that they give in the packaging. I like to just make sure that the line is aligned, and it's very easy to do that with this type of brush. You see the shape of it, you just use that flat corner. I also like to go with my face brush. One thing I really don't like is when people put bronzer on their nose and they don't blend it out, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. The brown is literally a brown line on your face. That's not attractive to me, so I just like to make sure that it's blended out, it's airbrushed. Ha! The blush that I'm using is VDL's Expert Color Cheek Book Mini #1. Looks like this, and it smells good too. I'm just kind of using the apples of my cheek. Swirl, swirl, swirl. We don't want to pull our face down, we want to lift our faces up. So when we lift our faces up, we make sure that everything goes up. Even the application of the makeup. Always flicking up, never dragging down. No, but yes. No, but yes. I like to go over it with whatever's left on my chin as well. So here's my Shu Mura eyelash curler, and we're just gonna curl the what little lashes I have left on my lids. This is the Pmel Essence mascara base, and this is so good for keeping your eyelashes on check. It is literally like hairspray for your eyelashes. You want them curled and staying curled the whole day, this will do the trick. Some people have said that Etude House mascara base also does the same thing, but honestly that did nothing for my eyelashes. It hardly held up the curl. You can see now the difference in my eyelashes. While that's drying, I am going to grab the Bordeaux eyelashes. I'm sure I got it in Sephora. Okay, time to put it on. Oh, there we go. Okay, My eyeliner definitely disappeared after putting such an extreme lash. So we're gonna try and bring it to life again. Okay, actually that might be alright. Next is the highlighter, so I'm just using Fenty Beauty's Hustler Baby. Hustler. Actually, I'm using Mean Honey as well. I'm kind of just dabbing between the two and putting it on the high points of my cheekbones, up along the eyebrow as well, and here at the top part of my bridge. I don't want to put too much here in the middle, maybe just one dot, one dollop, and that's it. For the last item on the agenda, we have the lipstick. Now I'm using L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade 358 Cowboy. Luckily, my friend gave this to me just last night, so shout out to you, Jen, if you're watching. Thank you for this, because I think this is such a bomb color for the music video. It just came at such an opportune time. It's a really nice dollop. Alright, to top everything off, we are going to be using Fenty Beauty's lip gloss. Okay guys, I think that is the look for today. The lip gloss does wonders, obviously. It looks all plumped up, exactly how Ariana Grande wore hers. I tried to recreate it as well as I can, and this is how it turned out. So I hope that you liked it, and thanks for watching.